Hi, I'm Lynn Pierce, and today we're talking about women empowered after 50, how we are becoming powerfully ageless in body, mind, and soul. Women who are empowered after 50 have a much different frame of reference for empowerment than we did in our 30s and 40s. And now we can give the gift of being ageless women to ourselves. We're going to talk about what and why this is, where it comes from, and how to harness your power to make yourself a driving force, not only in the direction of your own life, but in how you contribute in the world. And to have the energy and stamina, the clarity and focus to accomplish all of this, you need to fully integrate your body, mind, and soul to be ageless. As women, we feel our life shift and change after 50. Just think about it. All your relationships are shifting with your kids, your parents, friends, spouses, relationships at work. With all these changes, you may feel like the foundation for your life is built on sand, and that isn't a very empowering place to be. So you feel off balance, not quite yourself. But it's okay, it's to be expected. This is a time of upheaval. Your kids either have gone or are leaving soon, retirement is looming or already here. If you don't have kids, you might be wondering who's going to be in your life as the years go by. Your parents are now entering a new phase of their lives where they may need more care, and at some point we lose our parents and also have to come to terms with that. Many divorces happen around this time as well. And just when you really don't need anything else on your plate, your body is changing. Hormones are doing things to your body that you've never experienced before. Your mind is getting a little forgetful. I don't think it's just me that walks into a room and can't remember why I'm there. And at the same time, something exciting is happening. You're hearing this faint voice that's getting louder, making you restless, making you wonder if there's something more, something else, maybe even something completely different in your future. Now, I know that my life may not look anything like yours. First of all, I'm divorced, no kids, 2 dogs I'll be responsible for until I'm in my mid-70s. I'm an expat living in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. I stopped eating meat in 91. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 99 when I was living in Cabo the first time around. My mom passed away suddenly at the age of 69, just weeks after being diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in 2005. And afterward, my dad became healthier than he's ever been. I guess you could say I'm a health nut because I've been studying health, nutrition, and the mind-body connection for more than 35 years, personal development more than that. The more stuff that happens in every area of my life and business, the deeper my studying goes. I'm actually a poster child for being a lifelong learner. There have been times in my life I felt like I had the world by the tail, and there were times I felt powerless and lost. I had a hard knocks childhood that drove me at 16 to find a way of creating a different life for myself than the one in front of me. And I've been consciously creating my life ever since. We all have our own path to walk, and it's never a straight line. Right here, right now, we each have the ability and the option of choosing to be women who are empowered. We can own our history and the wisdom our experience brings. We can use it as a catalyst to be ageless in body, mind, and soul. So let's look at how is empowerment different after 50? Because in today's society, empowerment has become even more crucial. We are the leaders. We have the ability to look at decades of life experience and bring a different perspective to what it means to be empowered. It's not just about standing up for yourself at work and in relationships. We can also choose to be empowered in our choices with food, what we feed our mind, how we choose to grow and change, in saving the environment, people, animals. There's something being birthed in women today. We're old enough to know what the women's movement of the 70s was about, what our moms went through, what we're going through. And until last year, I thought we had made monumental changes in women's empowerment, only to find out that many of the advancements we thought we had made were a facade. We still have a way to go to move into real empowerment and equality, supporting each other as women in a real soul-based, sacred, tangible way. There's a quote by Rumi that I've always loved. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That means someone else doesn't need to be wrong, and we don't need to feel self-righteous. And still, so many women don't feel like they're in charge of their lives at all. They don't feel empowered. They're doing what needs to be done, end of story. In fact, many women feel left behind as their kids leave, or irrelevant as they're passed by in business, even lost or invisible. And some women feel the shame of not having it all together like those perfect women on Facebook. You have to forgive yourself for not being perfect, for not living up to the impossible standards you put on yourself that you would never expect of anyone else, right? On the other hand, you can't collapse and hide when you fail, thinking you proved you aren't worthy because once again, you weren't perfect. Believe me, I've tried that, and nothing good comes of it. What you really want is to feel more in control when it comes to life changes, creating that shifting sand. You must be the change that you want to see in the world, to quote Gandhi. And the only thing you can change is yourself. So let me give you a tool that I use with my clients. It's one they revisit about every 3 months to keep their lives on track. It's your personal inventory. Just 5 questions. You'll want to write them down because the first answer that you think of is the story that you tell yourself in the world, not the truth. So the first step to being empowered is to see where you're at right now, so you have a benchmark. And that's what we're going to set right now. So give these questions deep thought and find the real answers, because it'll give you quite a bit of insight. Now I'm going to go through the list and then I'll repeat it again so that you can make sure that you have them all written down. So the first question, why are you in the relationships that you're in? Why are you doing the job that you do, whether you have a career or not? Why are you working where you work now, whether it's a job or your own business? Why do you spend your free time the way you spend it? Why do you live where you live? That means your house, neighborhood, city, state, country, all of it. Okay, we'll go over these again. Why are you in the relationship that you're in? Why are you doing the job that you're currently doing? Why are you working where you work now, whether it's a job or your own business? Why do you spend your free time the way you spend it? Why do you live where you live, your house, your neighborhood, your city, your state, your country? Those are all choices. The other tool that goes hand in hand with this is having a personal manifesto. It's the foundation for creating your life now that you've set the benchmark with your personal inventory. Your manifesto, with the value statements that you create, defines you. It clarifies every decision you make and how it moves you either closer or further away from who you are and who you want to be. And Jody's going to be back in a few minutes to tell you how you can get that guide to creating yours. So let's move on to fully integrating your body, mind, and soul to be ageless. You might remember the old saying, I'm not getting older, I'm getting better. Well, that's true. You can appreciate and honor the fact that you have wisdom that only comes with experience. And that experience is your gift. Being ageless means you keep your body up, keep your mind active and growing. And you're the one setting the bar for yourself, completely disregarding any ridiculous stereotypes of women aging and what you've been told that should or shouldn't look like. Because the truth is, we need to be strong in body, mind, and soul to have the energy and stamina to live as empowered women. Empowered women aren't laying on the sofa eating bonbons. We're out there being movers and shakers. Instead of fearing a loss of health and allowing menopause to throw you for a loop, let me give you 5 keys to being ageless that you can implement now. These sound simple, but together, they really have a cumulative age-reversing effect. Sleep is the first one. Most people need more sleep. Researchers found that only a small percentage of people are able to operate at full capacity with less than 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So if you've been telling yourself you can get by with less, it's not true. You have no idea the toll it takes on you long term. Relaxing your mind. It makes your body happy and healthy by shifting out of the anxious, stressful energy and entering a state of peacefulness. Even if just for a few moments, by relaxing your mind, you're signaling your body that all is well and your stress hormones can kick off just for a minute. Exercise. Having a healthy, ageless body requires movement. Even if your only exercise to start with is brisk walking, it has the benefit of getting your heart pumping, your blood moving, more oxygen moving through your body and speeding up your metabolism while you burn calories. Eat whole foods. The best way to shift to an ageless body is to make changes to the food you put in your body. In general, the more you can shop from the outside perimeter of the grocery store, the better. That's where you'll find fresh whole foods. Stay out of the packaged food aisles that are the inner aisles as much as possible. Drink more water. The rule of thumb is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water each day. So that means if you weigh 150 pounds, for example, you'd want to drink 75 ounces of water. And this is just scratching the surface in what it means to be ageless. But I want to help you get healthier before you get a diagnosis of cancer, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, hormone problems, or anything else that sends you into crisis management mode, because that is just not an empowered place to operate from. So are you bold enough, brave enough to be ageless? Because it means you have to own your age and stop hiding from it. Denying your age won't make it go away. Embracing it sets you free. Once you take that power back, you'll look and feel younger just from that simple act. Okay? Now to answer the last question. Why are we being asked to share our wisdom that comes from deep in our souls now? Whether you look at it from a metaphysical standpoint, evolution, society, or politics, they all point to this being the time. In 2009, at the Vancouver Peace Summit, the Dalai Lama said the world will be saved by Western women. That's you and me. We've been called, and it's our time to answer in a bigger way. We, as a collective we, and individually, want to work on things that matter because we want to make a difference. We want our lives to have meaning. We don't want to die irrelevant, our existence completely forgotten. Our time is not over. We're just beginning. We don't have time to be afraid, and we don't have time to wonder if we're good enough. Being confident in who you are and owning the brilliance of what you know is a big piece of why you're here. If you aren't creating a vision for your life, you're going to find yourself in a new stage of life that doesn't make you happy or fulfilled. So I really caution you to be thoughtful with the life that you build, because otherwise it may end up being a cage that you don't want to be in. And depending on your age, you've got another 30, 40, 50 plus years left. How do you plan on using those years to fulfill your potential and make a contribution in the world? You can be a powerful woman who has an impact not only on her own life for your own happiness, but impacting the lives of others. There's no age limit when it comes to becoming your true self and discovering your passion. You know, true happiness is allowing yourself to live your passion. I help people discover their passion and life purpose every day. And yes, you have a life purpose. Once you find it, then create a vision for the life that you want to have. Develop a business or a charitable foundation for what you're passionate about. And the best part is that once you do surrender to your true self, your higher self, and relax, just let everything flow. It will flow so much better. The stress will go away. It'll leave your body and your face. Everything we've talked about today, from how empowerment is different for women after 50, how to fully integrate your body, mind, and soul to be ageless, and why we're being asked to share that wisdom that we have now, along with the tools that I've given you, will help you discover who you want to be as an ageless, empowered woman and how you want to express yourself. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. You're always welcome to ask me any questions as they come up for you. I look forward to connecting with you and getting to know you better. And when Jody tells you how you can get the guide to creating your personal manifesto, please do that right away. The sooner you create that document, the sooner you'll see yourself becoming an empowered, ageless woman. Thank you for being here, and until next time, be ageless. This is Lynn Pierce saying goodbye for now.